In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do over the summer break if you're a year 11 to prepare for 6th form or year 12. But before that, I want to tell you a story. In 2023, I had just finished my GCSEs and I was feeling pretty good. Now, I had revised for GCSEs quite a lot and I've now done them, and now I'm left with a dilemma. Either I could relax the entire summer holidays or I could prepare for my year 12 subjects, because the subjects I took for year 12 were quite hard. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Shamir and I take maths, further maths, physics and computer science for my A-level subjects, and I've got predicted pretty good in them. If you want to know what I got predicted, go click on my video on like predicted grades and stuff, but that's beside the point, right? In year 11, right, I was faced with the dilemma of what I want to do over the summer. Now, a lot of my friends did quite a lot of things. Some of them did some weird stuff over the summer. Some of them went to like Kenya for some reason. Some of them just started revising. Don't know why. Like I have this one friend who, like, the day after his last exam, he woke up and started revising maths. He was a bit odd. Don't really know why. He didn't even take maths A level, so that was pretty odd as well. So I was faced with a problem, right? Either I could be productive over the summer or I could be a degenerate. And I chose the first option, right? I actually wanted to improve my life in some way. I wanted to be prepared for my year 12 education. I'd heard so many things on the internet about how hard year 12 was and how much people were panicking over like the A-level content. A-levels are crazy. Physics students would come up to me and tell me like big words to like scare me for the subject, and like further math students, like whoever I talked to, would come up to me and tell me how like hard year 12 further maths is and how like they cry every lesson. They're borderline getting deported by their parents. They're getting so bad in year 12, and I was scared because of this. I wanted to be as prepared as possible. So what I did over the summer was this. I had a list of like 10 goals to achieve. The first one, now looking back on this may sound stupid, but this was genuinely my plan. The first one was to revise half of the entire A-level maths content. Like half of the entire A-level maths content I wanted to do over the summer. The second one was the same, but with further maths. I wanted to do half of the entire further maths content by the summer. The first four was basically like covering half of the content for the entire A-level in the summer. So for all of my 4 subjects, I wanted to do all of the year 12 stuff even before we went to the school. Now, I'll tell you why that was stupid, but carrying on, I wanted to make a YouTube channel and upload 50 videos over the summer. I wanted to go to the gym and get jacked, get muscular. I wanted to, what else did I want to do? I wanted to work, like part-time job work. I wanted to go out with friends. I also wanted to, what else did I want to, oh yeah, I wanted to read like 3 books over the summer. And I had like 2 other things that I wanted to do over the summer. I had like 10 things that I wanted to do over the summer, and I didn't do a single one of them. Not even one. Now, I consider myself, like, after my year 11, after like my degenerate years, I consider myself a pretty hard-working student. But I didn't do a single one of those things. And here's why, okay? When you come into year 12, you have to realize that your biggest constraint, the biggest factor where people go wrong, here's the secret that's been like overcomplicated online. So many people have said so much stuff, but the only thing you need to succeed in year 12 is discipline. Now, let me explain that, right? Imagine you did what I did. Imagine you finished half of A-level maths, which you probably wouldn't have. You probably wouldn't have done any practice questions. You would have gone to the first week of school and then probably forgotten it all. And that entire summer holiday is wasted. Instead, what you need to do is you need to pick one thing that you're going to work on. You're going to pick one goal that you have over the summer that requires discipline. And what you want to do is build a routine that involves you working on that one goal for 1 to 2 hours. So this doesn't have to be academic related. This could be as simple as, okay, I am going to wake up at 6 a.m. every day, or if you don't want to wake up early, at 12 p.m. every single day, I will read for 2 hours about this specific subject. You want to do something that requires discipline and gets you into the routine for year 12. The worst thing you can do is like try to cram everything before you go into year 12, and now you don't even have a routine to work off. The best position a student can be in when it comes to year 12 is having a routine that they can fall back on. So, for example, if I would have entered year 12 with a routine that I have now, wherein I try wake up every single day early, get around 1 to 2 hours of deep work, and then go to the gym every single day, that would have been so much more beneficial than me trying to cram in all of these subjects, because it helps you do the hard work when you don't really feel like it. A lot of people may have questions of like how year 12 is, but before this, I also want to clarify one very, very big thing that a lot of people don't address when it comes to year 12. I am so surprised. It baffles me. Baffle is a grade 9 English language word. Use that if you're in year 11 right now. But anyway, it baffles me about how little people talk about this one thing. Right? Are you ready to hear it? In year 12, many people don't have one goal. Let me expand. When you go into year 12, you should have a goal that you want to get in every single subject. You should have a grade that you want to get in every single subject you take. A lot of people don't have this, right? Now, a lot of people, there are two types of people. There are the first types that don't really have the goal. They're just like flowing through the year. They're just like through the year. They just like do the homework the teachers have. They revise for the test. They get the B's, and then they're like, oh, all right, I got the B. That's not who we're trying to be. The second types of people are the people who aim for C's. Like, they aim lower than the highest grade. Your goal when it comes to year 12, let me clarify this. If you're watching a video like this, you're probably more academically inclined, or you want to be like slightly better at academics. So by academics, I mean like school. You want to improve in school somehow, or you want to like improve in self-improvement, like either fitness or like anything to do with self-improvement, productivity in some way. So when you go into school specifically, or when you go into A-levels, if you don't aim for an A star in every one of your subjects, why are you taking it? Unless you have like some philosophical connection with the grade C. If your ancestors are going to look down upon you if you get above a grade C, there should be no reason why you're aiming lower than an A star. Now, once you have this goal of getting an A star in every single one of your subjects for year 12, now you can go and work backwards in the way in which you're going to get that grade. So the first thing is, over the summer, you're going to have one goal. Either this can be like reading a book, or reading into a specific subject, or it can be completely non-academic. You could just go to the gym for 2 hours when you don't feel like it. You could start up a YouTube channel. This YouTube channel has genuinely honestly sort of changed my life. I earn pretty much the same as I do for a part-time job. So if you start making videos on things you like, or make like social media content, you could class that as disciplined work. All you're doing is, for 2 hours a day, you're building your discipline, you're building your ability to work, and you're just hitting the ground running in year 12. Once you enter year 12, if you have a routine and you have goals to work towards, you're going to be much more motivated than the average student who's aiming for a C, or aiming to sort of pass the subject, but they're not really doing the work. Because think about this, right? If you have two people if you take two people, right? One of them is aiming for the highest grade. If they get an A, they're still going to get better than the student who's aiming for a C. If you're aiming for a C, you're going to be less motivated in general, because when it comes to when that day comes when you don't really feel like doing the work, you're going to be much more motivated if you're aiming for the highest grade than if you're just aiming to pass, right? That's just common sense. So why it baffles me why people aren't aiming for the highest grade. Now that's covered, right? You have one goal over the summer, just one goal you have over the summer that you're going to be disciplined for. Another thing that I would advise you to do over the summer holidays, when you're in year 11 and you're going to year 12, is you want to research into unis that you want to go to. Now, this will save you so much more time, especially because I'm going into year 13, and now I have to do this uni thing of I haven't really thought about the university I want to go into, because I was a bit stupid when I was coming into year 12. But hopefully you learn from my mistakes. You have one goal, a goal for every single subject, and now you have a university that you're going to research into, so you're more prepared for that. Now you know what super curriculars you need to do to get into that university. For example, if you want to go to Imperial, you think about one course. If you want to go to uni, of course. If you want to go to like apprenticeship, decide that before you start year 12. It's so much easier to know, like going into year 12, to know what you want to do, right? So once you have the uni once you have the research towards a particular uni, you know what super curriculars you need to do. Now the question now comes of like, what uni should I apply for? And if you're watching this video, I want every single one of my audience members to aim for Oxbridge, aim for Oxford or Cambridge. You've probably heard of these two like very, very big universities. They're very, very highly regarded, and unless you have a reason that you don't want to go there, for example, Cambridge is really expensive, or you don't like, if you've researched into Oxbridge and you don't like the tutorial style of lessons they do for, like, I don't know, you don't like the tutorial style stuff they do at Oxford, or you don't like a particular part of Cambridge, then you don't really need to apply for that university. You can go and like research into other universities. But if you don't have any, you don't have any care of like what you want to do for uni, I would push you to aim for the highest universities you can get, just because we're now trying to be intellectual students who aspire very high. I want all of my audience to be aspiring very, very high and getting good grades. And the only way you can do this is by aspiring and believing that you can do that. So the TLDR of this video is, over the summer, you need to have one goal that requires discipline for around 1 to 2 hours every single day that you're trying to commit to every single day. And also you're going to research into universities and research the type of things you need to do to get into that particular unis. That's it. You're doing nothing else to do with academics throughout the entire summer. I am not allowing you to do any sort of like this shallow work that people do where they're trying to like cram the entirety of A-level physics. I will come to your house, like all of the 12 people watching this video. If I hear that you're trying to cram the entire A-level, best believe I will be coming to your house at 3 a.m. and knocking on your door and slapping you and telling you that this is stupid because I've tried doing that. And the better way to go about this is by just building that disciplined routine, by doing like some sort of work that requires discipline for 1 to 2 hours a day, every single day, so you hit the ground running for year 12. Now you've done these two things, we can go on to year 12 and become true intellectual students, but get good grades and have a good life. If you, also by the way, like that I don't condone violence, that was a joke. But anyway, if you like this video and you like this message of like a group of people trying to be more intellectual, trying to be more academic, you're trying to get healthier in life, you're just trying to improve your life in general, if you're a student and you're trying to stay away from degeneracy, you can subscribe to this channel so I can make similar content to people like you, and we can build an audience of people who are like us, so we can all aspire for higher together. That rhymes, but I'll see you in the next one. Bye.